All of you eventually made your breakthrough into the first team and came under the tutelage of Sir Alex. Can you tell everyone here what it's like playing under a manager like him?
Well, yeah, like you say, we were lucky to play under a manager who believed in playing young players. You know, if they were good enough, they were young enough. So I think when you have someone like Sir Alex believing in you, you don't want to let him down. So you try hard, you try and do all the right things. Yeah, you're not going to play good every game, you're not going to play well every week, but if you don't play well, then you go back, you practice, and you try and play as well as you can the next game. And like Nicky says, you'll get knocks, but it's how you return from them knocks and try and improve.
Ryan, I think a lot of people know about your story since you were 14 and what happened when Sir Alex was visiting your home. But maybe for Gary and Nicky, who was it that gave you you think, your biggest break?
Well, I think I joined United when I was 11. I got a letter came to my school, to my primary school, and my head teacher at the time put me forward for the trial. And I went to Littleton Road and joined the Centre of Excellence at the age of 11, and was lucky to still get a year every time up to 14 and then sign schoolboy form. So for me it happened, it wasn't anything to do with Sir Alex really, it was just something that happened, you know, from the academy and the Centre of Excellence set up.
You could narrow it down to one individual, who would you say helped you most?
I would probably say the head teacher of my primary school that put my name forward to go for the trial.
Do you still remember the name?
Mr. Wright.
It's people like that when you're young that really make an impact on you. You never forget that now. I still remember names of my teachers from when I was really little, but yeah, you're right. What about you, Nicky?
For me, definitely, it was a guy called Harry McShane, who's no longer with us now, but he came and watched me and kept watching me and never gave up on me. He knew I was only small at the time, and he gave me encouragement to keep working hard and keep trying to, you know, get to my goals, if you like. And it's down to him really, but after that, when I went to Man United, I got helped by so many people there, and I was fortunate to play with lads like this, because in football it's a team sport. You know, all the top players get all the adulation, but if you're only really as good as the players you play with. So I was fortunate in that way as well.
What's it like to represent your country on that sort of level as an Olympian?
It was nothing like I'd ever experienced before. You know, I'd played football for 20 years and I'd never played in a tournament. So for me to experience playing in a tournament, and in a tournament as big as the Olympics, was unbelievable to me. To mix with the different countries, the different cultures in the Olympic Village was brilliant for me, and something that I always remember. So the Olympics truly is a special tournament and a special event. And like I say, to play in a tournament of that magnitude was brilliant. But it was meeting the different athletes in the village, and you know, meeting basketball. He was, you know, 7 foot tall, and then meeting little weightlifters or gymnasts who were, you know, 5'2", 5'3". It was a really and it was an experience that I'll never forget.
Nicky, maybe a question for you now. Many have referred to you as having no fear. Having no fear. And Ryan has actually mentioned that you have no fear in his book. Is there any opponent you've ever played against whose ability maybe concerned you or made you nervous at least?
Yeah, there's lots of them. I mean, every opponent you play against.
And who would that be?
Well, the best ones I've played against probably, or the hardest ones I would say would be Vieira and Zidane. I think them were both really good players, and physical size were big boys as well. But everyone's got fear. I mean, when you brought up at Man United like we've been, it's not so much fear as a physical fear or scared of somebody. It's a fear of not performing, a fear of letting people down, a fear of letting the fans down, like all these great people here today. It's I think when we're brought up, that's the kind of fear we have, is a fear of letting people down. It's not a fear of being scared of your opponent physically.